Hebrew Israelites that believe only people of a darker shade are going to heaven. And you have people like Mormons that believe if you're a darker shade that you are more sinful. How did we misconstrue God's word that far? That we think that we are better or worse depending on what shade of wheat we are. Hebrew Israelites.
Alright, Slakia. So basically, this is Shalom Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto YAHAWAH, Hashem, Yahawadah, Hashem, Rukwak Wadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, great millstone. Shalom to my Akim Wagwath, who are diligently waiting to be delivered from this found captivity. This is Brother Kawakab coming at you with no lesson. 2 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 8, where we can do nothing against the truth before the truth. And today's lesson is going to be on this. I guess a video short clip, I guess, because basically what she's doing right in this 20-second clip is she's virtue signaling by kind of like using emotionally charged language, all right, to say like, oh, how could you guys say this? How can you guys do this? It's a very common tactic that Esau uses. It is in it's in politics. It's in what's it called? Like these big speeches that anyone ever does, like Martin Luther King and whoever, Farrakhan, and all these other, yes, everyone in general, like these, you have these people that use these like emotionally charged, and I could do it well. I could do the same thing if I had prep time and whatnot. If I had time to prepare a speech, I could literally do this exact same. I could make these lessons emotionally charged if I wanted to, but the thing is that it's not, I don't bother to do it because I'm not trying to convince people. My job is, or our job in general, isn't to appeal to people's emotions. It's to let you know that the Lord is mad. And even then, Slakia, there are some times when I don't even speak. I speak through emotion in the sense of I let you know the anger of the Lord. I let you know how the Lord just straight fed up with you. And sometimes not even just me, but brothers also get mad to the point they just get mad. It's not a mad in a sense of they're trying to appeal at your morals or trying to make you feel sorry for us or the Lord. It's it's a mad where we are fed up with you I won't say you. We're fed up with the people, with Jake, for how wicked they are, as well as Esau, Edom, for how they are treating us like absolute garbage, all right? And they go there, and people that constantly go against and speak against YAHAWAH, all right? Now, as a matter of fact, since I brought it up, let's get this right quick. Psalms chapter 139. I knew it was 139, but I didn't know it was 21. Psalms chapter 139, verse 21. Do not I hate them, O Lord, that hate thee, and am not I grieved with those that rise up against thee? Okay. Do you know what the word grieved means? Do you know what hate means? Straight up saying that he hates the people that hate the Lord. Okay, that is the exact emotion. I don't give a damn, all right, about trying to appeal to someone's good to their morals, to the good in someone and whatnot. If you the fact of the matter is that if you consciously are against the Lord, I'm not going to try to change your mind. That's what you chose, and that's the spirit that the Lord allotted to you. I'm not going to try to make you temporarily say, okay, you know what, I'm sorry, this, then, the third, and then when you leave the conversation, when you go somewhere else, then you're gonna go back to going to that same exact spirit of being disrespectful to the Lord, complaining, speaking against YAHAWASHI. All right, like that. This is why this is not really about some sort of virtue signaling or appealing at emotions. I think it's called is that pathos? I think that's what it is. Pathos. Let me get that. pathos is pathos is the appeal to emotions, a quality that evokes pity or sadness. So basically, emotions. Yeah, and then logos is logic. Ethos is not what's it called? Ethics, I think. So, I guess on a technicality, I think that it's still the same, but they say like spirituality and whatnot. But yeah, that's basically the thing. So yeah, you're as I said before, when we get angry, which we do get angry. I'm not saying that we don't, but when we get emotional in these lessons, it's in anger to the people. It's in anger, not necessarily to like, oh guys, feel sorry for YAHAWAH, oh, feel sorry for me, feel sorry for us Israelites, like this, then and third. Like we're not doing that. We are far past that. Okay, as a matter of fact, let's get that. We are in war, and let's prove that. 2 Corinthians, I think it is. 2 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 4. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through Yahweh to the pulling down of strongholds. Okay, so yeah, this is the thing where we are in war, and we have our weapons, which is the sword of the spirit, which is the word of YAHAWAH. Okay, the spiritual sword, which is the word, the shield of faith, as in reference to Ephesians chapter 6, verse 16 and 17, which is shield of faith, helmet of salvation, sword of spirit, which is the word of YAHAWAH. All right. So yeah, like this is these are the weapons of our warfare. So we're not trying to appeal to our enemies for to make them feel pity for us. All right. So no, we're going to wait for the Lord to deliver us, because it's only through the Lord that we're going to see some sort of deliverance and some sort of justice be done for the wickedness that they've done to us. All right. But yeah, Slakia. Basically, let me hear this one more time.
Hebrew Israelites that believe only people of a darker shade are going to heaven. And
Slakia. So yeah, with the whole pathos thing, that's what they were kind of doing. You have the whole belief that we believe that we are going to be, we're going to make it to the kingdom of heaven strictly off of our skin color, when no, we do not believe that. We do not believe that just because of how someone looks that they're going to make into the kingdom of heaven. No. And the thing is, another thing, Sakia, before I get into this whole skin color thing, but another thing that you should note that she did was that they tried to make it seem like they're not actually attacking us, and it's a generality thing, or where they included the Mormons, but in actuality, they primarily have a problem and issues like it with the Israelites. Okay, like they don't actually care about this whole other things, because it never became really a problem, or never became a topic of discussion until we brought it up. Like, oftentimes people they knew about the Mormons believing in that for the longest time, and they never wanted to get together and talk about this. Okay, like they never. It's only ever with Israelites, so that they can talk about it together, and then kind of like pin us down and not seem like hypocrites when they once again are pointing out stuff that they think that we believe in, when we don't believe in that. We don't believe that Slakia, we don't believe that based off of your skin color you're going to make into the kingdom of heaven. All right, which also they have an incorrect understanding of what heaven is. But let's actually get into these things, Slakia. I've been stalling for long enough. John chapter 18 verse 36, Yahawashi said, "My kingdom is not of this world. If my kingdom were of this world, then would my servants fight that I should not be delivered to the Jews. but now is my kingdom not from hence. In addition to that, let's also get this, Daniel chapter 7 verse 14. And there was given him dominion and glory and a kingdom that all people, nations, and languages should serve him. His dominion is an everlasting dominion which shall not pass away, and his kingdom that which shall not be destroyed. Okay, so this is the kingdom that Yahawashi is going to have, which it is the kingdom of heaven, number one. Number two, all nations are going to serve him, number two, as well as just in general. Well, it's sucking. This is the first part of it where they were saying that only the Israelites are going to. They think that we say that only the Israelites are going to get it based off of our skin color. When no, it says all nations or all people are going to make it into the kingdom of heaven. Yes, but not all are going to be equal in the kingdom of heaven. All right, but yeah, I will get. Let me get that right now before I forget. And I just forgot the precept. What was it? It was kings and priests. I think it's Revelation 5. There. Revelation chapter 5 verse let's just read verse 10. And hath made us unto our power kings and priests, and we shall reign on the earth. Let me also get this, since it's not fully Micah chapter 4 verse 1. But in the last days it shall come to pass that the mountain of the house of the Lord shall be established in the top of the mountains, and shall be exalted above the hills, and people shall flow unto it, and the nations shall come and say, come, let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, and to the house of the power of Jacob, the law and he will teach us of his ways, and we will walk in his paths. For the law shall go forth of Zion, and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem. And he shall judge among many people, and rebuke strong nations afar off. And they shall beat their swords into plowshares, and their spears and into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore. So yeah, this is the prophecy. So when we are established at the top of the mountain, all right, all the nations are going to be in subject to us. They're going to be coming to want to learn from us, all right, the us Israelites, all right, as well as Yahawashi being at the literal, actual top of the hierarchy of all. It's Yahawashi, then the Israelites, then all the other nations, all right. So yeah, this is how the kingdom of heaven is actually structured. And again, that basically disproves that whole you're only going to get into the kingdom of heaven if you are if your skin is so-called dark skin. That's not what we believe, and I just showed you it. Okay, where am I next? Oh yeah, basically another thing is I guess I should clarify as well. Where is it? Over here. Numbers chapter 1 verse 18. And they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month, and they declared their pedigrees after their families by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names from 20 years old and upwards, by their polls. This is another thing where your pedigree is based off your father. You are an Israelite based off of your father's lineage. Okay. Basically what that means is that if I looked like a so-called Edomite, if I look like a so-called Chinese person, okay, if I look like a so-called Indian, if I look like a so-called Hamite, whatever ethnicity you want to call someone, okay, they are not that ethnicity based off of their appearance. They are that ethnicity based off their father's bloodline. But at the same time, you're going to have people that look like other ethnicities, like someone I always go to that I kind of don't want to go to anymore right now, but Blake Griffin and Steph Curry, they look like Edomites. Even Blake Griffin's kid looks like an straight up Edomite, all right? But in actuality, he is an Israelite based off of his father's lineage, which goes back to a so-called black man, all right? So, yes. So, no, Slocky, I mean, your appearance does not matter. Just because you look like a so-called black man, and you could also be a so-called Edomite, all right? Where that's another thing. There are people. Let me get this example, since I have to, kinda. Tracy Ellis Ross. She looks like a so-called black woman, but in actuality, she is a so-called white person. Her father is an Edomite. All right, so she is not an Israelite. Just that simple. All right, and again, it's not based off of your appearance. All right, it's based off of your. Also, what's that one? Tiffany Haddish. Damn, she's freaking #1. Tiffany Haddish. Her father apparently is also the exact same type of dude as Tracy Ellis Ross. Okay, I dead ass thought she was an Israelite, but apparently she's not. So yeah, like these are the things where you can't just say that someone is an Israelite, or you can't just say someone's going to make it into the kingdom simply based off their skin color. That is stupid. That's literal stupidity. All right, but of course, they get their information wrong. All right. Next, this is another thing. Matthew chapter 24, verse 7: For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. Now, the thing is, when the reason why I'm bringing this out is because I forgot. I kind of should have. Where is it? Where was I? Was it? I think it was no, not Daniel. Micah. Let's get this. Micah 4. Okay, so first things first. Let me go get this in Micah. I'm actually curious to see it. Micah 4. Okay, so here is another example. So we will use both of them. Where was I at again? I was in Micah. Okay, so Micah over here in verse 2, when we go into the word nations, all right, and in Matthew 24 verse 7, it says nation. Apparently these are two separate words in over here. In Micah it's goy, and in Matthew, this is from Matthew, by the way, it's ethnos, okay? But basically, at the end of the day, it still means, nation or an ethnicity. So once again, as I had stated previously, all nations or all races of people are going to be in the kingdom of heaven. All right, like this is something that I think everyone can fully agree, all right, and acknowledge, all right. I forgot what I had a better point I wanted to bring up with this, but I forgot what it was. So Slakia, I will just move on. If I remember it, I will bring it up again. But Exodus chapter 11 verse 7: But against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue against man or beast, that ye may know how the Lord doeth put a difference between the Egyptians and Israel. This is another thing where it goes to show the hierarchy, okay? Because there's not in the kingdom of heaven, all right, as we already established, there is a hierarchy, okay? The Israelites are going to be at the top and whatnot. Even the animals, okay, are going to what's it called, be at peace with us Israelites. And the thing is that people think that just because we have darker skin, because dark skin, they think, okay, well, you guys are Hamites and whatnot, even though we're not. All right, and they think that just because they have that we have dark skin, we're the same. When no, you have these Hamites. Okay, I've literally seen a video of a Hamite washing his head with piss, animal piss. Lucky for that, animal piss. All right, he's like, we are not the same. The Lord literally said He put a difference between us, and just because they're dark skinned, they're not gonna wiggle their way into the side on the side of the Israelites. Although there are some so-called African countries that do have Israelites in them, all right, and Israelites are scattered across the whole earth. But at the end of the day, we are not Hamites, and that is the main thing that I'm trying to get across. All right, now. What is this? Oh yeah, it's basically it. Yeah. So with that, that was basically it. This whole doctrine of skin color, we do not promote it. We do not push it. Okay. This is completely against what we say, but at the same time, I will admit there are very few Israelites, but as a whole, Israelites do not say that your skin color is going to save you. Okay. Anyway, with that, especially given that most of us acknowledge the so-called Hispanics and Native Americans as Israelites as well. So with that, I pray this lesson was edifying. I want to give all honor, glory, and praises unto YAHAWAH, BaHashem, YAHAWASHI, BaHashem, Rakwah, Quadash, double honors to the elders and apostles, great millstone, Abad Ball, and Shalom.